Commander Bacon with Commander Bacon 64 out here at Winter Field Day with the Olive Branch Amateur Radio Club. And they're just getting everything set up. Got a guy set up in a little tent here with an inverted V antenna. We got a ham shack, makeshift ham shack here with a really nice unit in there. Steven, he is working the radio. We got Dennis back here. He's working on a bunch of stuff. He hasn't stopped since he's been out here. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit later. So stick around.
Hey, my name is Dennis Wofford. My call sign's K5OLV. I'm the treasurer, not the treasurer, I'm sorry, the secretary for Olive Branch Amateur Radio Club. And I do a lot of the field day work. Been in all the field days since 2010 or 2011, and been working with the club. And so I've got a lot of the parts and pieces for field day. But anyway, we wanted to do Winter Field Day this year. I wanted to host it and coordinate it to where we would just operate strictly on battery power for as long as we could to try to set up an actual emergency situation where you didn't have a generator, you didn't have electricity, and you had to basically self-sustain yourself and make contacts like health and welfare contacts. But Winter Field Day is a good way to do that. So we're just exchanging calls and making contacts like we do with regular field day, but we're operating under the premise that we're powering our stations like we would in an actual emergency.
Yeah.
So that's the point of the whole thing today.
And the generator you hear in the background is to run the
generator
computers.
is strictly just to run the logging laptops.
Logging computers.
They're not being used to make contacts,
Right.
but we had to have something to power those so that we could actually log the contacts between them and the Winter Field Day.
Yep.
So that's all that's being used for.
Yep. Very good. And that's Steven. He's the vice president of
Yes,
Hobart.
that's correct. And Steven's
right.
operating a station right now, making contacts. Noel over there in the tent is doing CW work. He's a big CW guy.
Yep.
So he's doing some CW, making CW contacts.
Very cool.
Yep.
So, so what's the whole advantage and the reason to get into ham radio?
It's just a fun hobby more than anything else, but it also provides community service. There's a lot of folks that use it for a lot of clubs and individuals that provide communication services for emergency services and public service entities. So, and this is just kind of a way to actually practice that a little bit, mainly just being able to put the components together, make sure everything works, so that if we are called on by the city or whoever to do this kind of thing, we can. So that's a big part of it. A lot of it's just guys just interested in electronics and radios. You know, if you're, I grew up, my dad bought me an AM radio when I was real little, and I could pick up stations from Mexico, and I've just been enthused with it since then. So if you're just into that kind of thing, it's a great hobby to get into.
All right. Very cool. Hope you guys make lots of contacts.
We're going to try.
Got Steven here making contacts left and right. North Texas and some other folks all over the country. So he is working it. You can't
Kilo
hear me.
5, Oscar Lima Victor. Waiting on the pilot.
Yeah. Seems like everybody's trying to contact the same person during these contests. So
Kilo 5, Oscar Lima Victor. 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 QSL, please copy 1 Oscar Mike Sierra, Mississippi. QSL.
where was that one?
Do what?
Where was that one at?
Western Pennsylvania.
Western Pennsylvania. Clear down northwest Mississippi. Good job.
I can't hear a thing.
This is Noel. He does a lot of CW. He uses Morse code. He's going to get that cranking up here in a little bit. Might have to come back with him.
know you're waiting me to send.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him. Here we go.
Did you get through to him?
Where is WCR? Oh, I know. He's in Florida. I'm going all over the place. That guy couldn't get me.
Oh no. So I helped string up this antenna. It's a 80 meter dipole that's off center feed. He's doing CR or CW, and there's the Radio Shack over there, and there's my truck, and it's starting to rain, and I'm heading out.